Yeah, nice. Can you just tell us about the punt return? Because I'm sure there are those in the stadium that was thinking, don't field it. And did you think that it was just a matter of time before you were finally going to break one?
Yeah. So definitely going in to the game, basically my whole message to the team was, let's go ahead and start fast. Let's start fast. Let's start strong and go ahead and get an edge on them real quick. And it just so happened that my opportunity came, and I was like, shoot, I'm gonna be that guy. So um, when I saw the ball in the air, I looked down for a second, and I was like, yeah, I might get a return right here. And then shoes, I caught it, and I had a little bit of room. So then shoes, I just took off.
All right, let's stay on the left side. We'll go to Mark and then Zach and then Christy.
Ainias, y'all scored on 8 straight possessions. You talk a little bit about how the offense has started to click the last 3 weeks, after the rough couple of games there with Arkansas and Mississippi State.
Yeah, no, definitely. We've come together pretty tight throughout these past few weeks, just because, like you said, those last 2 losses that we had kind of affected us in a way to where it actually motivated us, because if you looked at the film or whatnot, once we got to looking at the film, it was a lot of opportunities that we were leaving out there on the field. So we just came together as a team, excuse me, and we was like, man, we just gotta capitalize. We have to execute. We're not able to lead those plays out there on the field, and then us as leaders, we took the initiative to demand that out of our teammates throughout practice. So came together pretty well.
Front left, Zach and then Christy.
Ainias, how do you feel like you've gotten better as a pass catcher? I mean, just your technique and your ability to haul passes in, it seems like it's really gotten a lot better as the season's gone along.
Definitely. I feel like I can agree with you on that. I feel like catching jugs every day has definitely helped. I get at least 100 a day. Just making sure I look the ball in. That's basically it. And really just running out of my breaks. Getting with Zach, after practice, before practice, whatever it is, we just throwing the ball and catching. So now it's like second nature.
Left side, Christy from the Associated Press.
To go back to how you started the press conference saying that you were telling the guys we have to start fast, I wondered after you were able to make sure y'all started fast, what were the guys saying to you?
Oh man, they was really excited for me. Most of the guys, they were just saying how I finally was able to break one, and that's basically what we needed to go ahead and get that head start or whatnot. And a few of the guys, they were thanking me on offense because they didn't have to go out there or whatnot. But it was pretty cool.
Go to far right, to Cole.
Nice. I think most people understand how special of a player Jalen Weidemeyer can be, but for him to be able to have kind of back-to-back games at home, really big performances, what does that say about him?
He's a heck of a guy. He's a heck of a player also. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely willing to go the extra inch and find that extra crumb to do whatever is necessary to go ahead and help our team be successful.
And now you guys are on a 3-game winning streak. How do you feel about the team going into the bye week? And more importantly, how do you feel about this offense finding its rhythm and consistency?
Definitely not going to have to, this upcoming week, throughout the bye week, we're not going to be able to let off the gas. You know what I'm saying? Throughout practice, this is not an off week, and I'm not taking it as an off week. I'm making sure that all the guys know that, we have to come out and we have to get better this week. There's no going back to what we used to be. Like, we can only go up, and that's the only way, so.
We're here in the middle to Jenny and then Travis.
Hi, Ainias. Did the offensive game plan change at all when y'all made the switch from Calzada to Boast?
Nah, not really. I wouldn't say it changed. We go in each week, and they're both taking reps. So really the game plan didn't change, no.
Let's go to Travis here in front, and then we'll get the TV group.
I know at times you're not watching and you're doing stuff on the sidelines, but how impressive was the defense performance tonight? Do you think it was one of the best of the season or best that you've seen?
Man, it was definitely one of the best I'd ever seen. I mean, going into halftime, they only had like 11 total yards, and then coming out towards the end of the game, they had like negative 15 rushing yards. I'm like, this is crazy. This is the craziest performance I've seen in a long, long time. So our defense definitely stepped up. Now, one thing that I will say is, yeah, we started pretty fast and pretty strong or whatnot, but both sides of the ball, offense and defense, we need to do better on finishing the game and finishing stronger. We're not able to allow 2 scores. We didn't get a first down throughout the fourth quarter, starting first downs, you know what I'm saying? So, we just got to get better. There's still room for improvement, and just going to take this game and learn from it.
Got time for a couple more, so we'll go to Daryl behind the TV lights, to Daryl, and then Mike.
Ainias, I'd like to ask you a couple of questions. First, can you talk about the complementary football that you guys did play tonight? You score, defense gets a stop, offense scores, that kind of way, just how you guys were able to play off each other?
Yeah, that's definitely something, we like to work on throughout practice. There's a lot of times where, the offense is doing pretty well and the defense is doing pretty well, and we go at it all the time. You know what I'm saying? We're always talking trash to each other. So I feel like all of that momentum that we have from practice just carried over into the game.
And then is there part of you with the way you guys are playing right now? I mean, I know you've played 8 in a row and it's got to be tough on you, but is there part of you that wish that you didn't have a bye week because you guys are clicking the way you are?
I wouldn't necessarily say that I wish we didn't have a bye week because of how well we're playing, but the bye week is definitely going to be necessary. 8 straight weeks into a season like this is definitely not easy, especially with a lot of young guys. But again, we're just going to have to take advantage of this bye week. We're not going to be able to slow down. So, I mean, I'm personally going to make sure that, we can only go up throughout practice this week. So, definitely going to take advantage of this week.
Let's finish up with Mike from KAGS in the back.
Ainias, for the guys who got in late in the fourth quarter who those may have been their first game reps, how valuable are those game reps as opposed to just practice reps?
No, it's definitely big time, especially for all those guys that got in, just being able to get that playing time, that experience, that feeling of being out there, especially in that stadium. The 12th man is always going to be rocking with us, and just to have their support while they're out there on the field, I know that gave them a little bit of boost and a little bit of juice. But then also, you got to look at the factor of, this is their first time being out there. So, I mean, they were probably, a little tired. So, definitely going to be something that, is good for them to be able to look back at and learn from and basically get better.
Very good. Thank you.
Cool. Thank y'all. God bless.